Now, 6-year-old Callum from Redditch is like most little boys of his age. He loves football, he likes his swimming and racing his bike to school. But what people don't see are the invisible battles that he's faced since he was born. Callum, you see, was born with a rare genetic condition called Stickler Syndrome and was diagnosed when he was just 2. It can cause things like deafness, blindness, joint problems, that sort of business. So he's got a lot on his plate as young Callum. His parents are Sam and Matt Hartles, and they're great. They're raising awareness for their son into Stickler Syndrome because it's something I'd never heard of until today. And that's the point. Raise awareness. Let's know what it is. Next month, Callum's dad is running the London Marathon for Stickler Syndrome UK. BBC Hereford and Worcester's Millie Trenholm has been to meet the family.
It's a condition that is categorised by connective tissue disorders in a number of places in the body. So it affects the eyes. So people with Stickler syndrome are usually short-sighted and can have retinal detachment, which leads to blindness. It also affects the palate. So some people with Stickler syndrome are born with a cleft palate, early onset of arthritis, and lots of people experiencing the need for hip replacements. And the last one is ears. In children that presents as glue ear, but some children and adults with Stickler syndrome have to have hearing aids as well because of hearing loss.
It is genetic, but it's not necessarily hereditary. So we only found out when we were pregnant with Callum's brother, Harry. Both me and Sam weren't carriers. It was just a genetic mutation that's happened with Callum. So it doesn't necessarily apparent in families. So it could just happen sporadically, which is what's happening in Callum's case.
When we think about Callum and everything that he's gone through, you wouldn't actually know that he goes through all of these battles behind closed doors. I think to look at you, the only thing that's obvious is you've got your gorgeous glasses, haven't you?
Yes.
Before Callum had a lot of his operations, there were times where we were a bit worried that Callum might not be able to do some of the same things as other children. But since he's had some of the incredible surgeries, including the one on his eyes, it means that he can get involved in football and sports and lots of other things, just like other children.
How has it affected the whole family then?
It's been an emotional roller coaster because I had a really straightforward pregnancy with Callum. There was no warning signs, and because we've got no family history of any conditions, we were really surprised when Callum was born with a cleft palate. You know, as new parents to Callum, I went into labour just before Christmas, and we didn't come out of hospital then until the February. We spent Christmas in Worcester with not many people knowing what was wrong, to be honest. You know, I think we've got so much respect for the health service and the services that are offered. You know, we've got our busy lives, but we are also trying to make sure Callum has got a normal life. And we're trying to raise awareness for the charity Stickler Syndrome UK as well, because they've just been brilliant support for us, haven't they?
Without those glasses, he can't see an awful lot, but he doesn't let anything get in his way. So he still loves his football, he rides his bike, swimming, and in fact the Stickler team over at Cambridge encourage that. No concerns at the moment, but in future years we might have to have a conversation with Callum on some of the things that he enjoys and whether it's wise for him to continue.
What do you enjoy doing, Callum?
Playing football. Riding my bike.
Yeah. Do you enjoy spending time with your family as well and your brothers?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you do with them?
Play with them. Basketball, football.
So obviously you mentioned fundraising as well, so what is it that you've got planned?
Yeah, so I'm running the London Marathon for Stickler Syndrome UK. It's my Just Giving page people have been donating to, which is really great. Some local businesses provided some great raffle prizes as well. So we're just over £2,400 now. I think there's 4 runners running for Stickler Syndrome this year.
Yeah, what does the support from people mean to you both?
I mean, it's really great. A lot of people ask what it is and don't really know because, like we keep saying, to look at you wouldn't see anything wrong with Callum, but it's people actually taking an interest in what it is and how it affects Callum and them not realising. And I think they're just amazed, really, that what Callum has overcome in the 6 years of his life is probably more than most adults will in their entire life. So, yeah, that support, I think, has been really great.
It's one of the leading causes of blindness in children. So even just people sharing Matt's videos, and I ran the London Marathon last year and we shared loads of videos, just trying to raise awareness for people, because it can happen sporadically, like in our case, but also there are some families that it does pass down in families, and Callum has a chance of passing that on to children if he decides to have a family of his own. It's kind of like a three-pronged approach, I guess. There's the kind of raising awareness with clinicians, getting people and families to understand in case they identify themselves, and raising money for research, because some of the stuff that we've benefited from and the support from the charity in Cambridge is all because of the donations that people make.
Well, that's BBC Hereford and Worcester's Millie Trenholm there, chatting to parents Sam and Matt Hartles about their 6-year-old son Callum, who has Stickler Syndrome. Wasn't he great, Callum? He's got some fancy glasses by the sounds of things, and he does like them. So if you have heard the story and you want to find out more or donate, just head over to the Just Giving website and search for Matt, M-A-T-T, Hartles, H-A-R-T-L-E-S, H-A-R-T-L-E-S. Stick that in and you'll get the details, and you can donate if you wish to do that. And we wish him well for the marathon, and that's what's great about the London Marathon. So many charities get their chance to shine. They're given the stage, the spotlight, the platform to say this is what it is, this is what we're doing, and this is why we want you to help. We wish Matt